So the title of this episode is called Previously On. So immediately after seeing the title of this episode, I think, okay, we're gonna have a flashback episode, which is a common trope in sitcoms. So I was like, all right, are we going back to the sitcom thing? Are we going to recap everything we did? Because if that's the case, then I'm not looking forward to this episode. But with that being said, I was pleasantly surprised with what we got this episode. So we open with a flashback to Agatha's past, and we see she is in the Salem witch trials. So I was immediately thinking, oh, okay, so she's about to be burned at the stake, and she's gonna kill everybody. So I was half right. Turns out she was on trial by some other witches, and they were doing some magic voodoo stuff, holding her on trial for doing, I believe it was called black magic or chaos magic. And after watching the whole episode, I feel like we could have gone without that segment. It didn't really add much to anything else. Now, maybe next episode, Agatha's past is going to play a huge factor in what's going on, but she'll probably die by the end of the series anyway, because I don't see her factoring into the multiverse of madness with Doctor Strange. Then we learn Agatha actually has nothing to do with what's going on in Westview. It's actually all Wanda, so I think this is interesting. It's reminding me of like a Jean Grey thing, like X-Men. Like, Wanda's so powerful, she has all this potential, and Agatha's like this old witch that wants to like use her and see what's going on. That's why she comes to Westview to play along. Go through flashbacks throughout Wanda's life, and the first one is her childhood, and it seems like her dad is a video salesman or something, so that's why she liked sitcoms, and that's why she decided to use this sitcom to bend reality. So in that same flashback, we learned that Wanda has always had an affinity for magic, and that's what stopped the bomb from going off, which I thought was interesting because when that Stark Tech never worked, so it makes sense that Wanda was doing something to that bomb to make it stop going off. Next flashback, we learned a little bit what she was doing when she was in Hydra. She came into contact with the Infinity Stone, and it looked like some being or figure came to her in the yellow light. And to me, it looked like it was Enchantress, or it could have been Loki, because I believe both of them have like that similar headpiece. So it might have been like Loki from the series they're about to do. Maybe he because I think there's like some time travel involved or whatnot, so maybe he came to her. Or who knows, maybe it was like another version of the Scarlet Witch, because apparently a Scarlet Witch is a myth in the a legend in the MCU, so maybe it's like another version of a Scarlet Witch, not necessarily Wanda. Then moving on to the next flashback, we see Wanda and Vision's budding relationship, if you will. I thought this was interesting because I think it was Civil War. We never really see how the relationship starts or how they start talking. We really just have to buy that they're dating or something. We just had to accept in Civil War that they were dating, because everybody knows they're together in the comics and whatnot. So I thought it was a nice touch. He was like her emotional support or whatever, keep her from going over the edge, because she's been through a lot of shit. And what a surprise, we learn in the next flashback, the army dude, whose name I can't remember right now, has been lying about the whole Wanda stealing Vision's body the whole time. It turns out she just wanted to bury him, which is reasonable. He couldn't let him do that, so he was like, okay, go ahead, see the body. She said her goodbyes, and yeah, she took it pretty well, surprisingly. I thought she was about to set it off in there. But this leads me to my next question, though. What were they using to cut up Vision's body? Because he's made of vibranium. You can't just cut that. So did they have vibranium tools and sword now? Random question. I don't know. Just speculating. Then there's the reveal at the end of White Vision. It turns out it just took a little bit of Wanda's energy to bring him back. And now we have White Vision. Now, I'm not very familiar with his character, but I'm trying to figure out, is this like a evil Vision, or is this just another version of him? So are we going to get a Vision on Vision fight in the next episode? Who knows? But I do think when this is all said and done, we'll have a version of the Vision inside the MCU. So maybe this is how Ultron makes a comeback, because I do believe he's like somewhere in the internet. Maybe he possesses like this new Vision body. But yeah, if you like any of my thoughts of what I had to say, please like, share, comment. It would really mean a lot. All right, have a good one. Don't make me do